40 something degrees. And I haven't done a live in a very long time. But I will say that, like the new name of my channel, there's a lot going on here, because there is a lot going on here. I've started taking care of my mother 24/7. We moved her in a year ago, and it's a full-time job. So I had to give up my career as a hospice nurse and stay home with her. But I have been going through a lot of changes, obviously, a lot of adjusting, and I haven't been doing real great with that. But I'm trying hard and working on my mental health and doing things that I can get involved with here at the house, stop, go back to it, because she does require some physical assistance throughout the day, meals, all of it. I don't want to compare older people with babies, but it's very much like having a newborn, where if something's going on, you need to stop and go take care of it. It's sometimes in the night, and very often throughout the day. So I've done a couple of things. I got real involved in my outdoor plants, which is something I've always wanted to do, just haven't had the time. So now I have the time, and have planted a few different things in the yard, and have played around with my aunt who lives out in Granbury, and we've had a wonderful time swapping plants. And I'll go through some of those because I know some of them, she has had plants her whole life, been around plants, and my mother has had plants, my grandmother, so I've been around plants my whole life, but have never really found my green thumb. I feel like my green thumb is coming around, and I've done really well with some of these outside plants, but it is becoming winter, so I started on indoor plants. I have to be pretty selective because I don't have a lot of places to put them, because I have toddlers running around also. And then also some cats that came with my daughter also. So we have a blessing of having many generations in our household right now. Big adjustment, and again, I'm working on it, work in progress. And but on the note of getting cold and running out of space in the house to have my little lovelies, I got a greenhouse. I've never had a greenhouse before because I've never kept plants alive long enough to need something like that. So I'm going to take you through the greenhouse. Again, work in progress, just got it. And maybe you can learn along with me on taking care of my house plants, taking care of the plants in the greenhouse, and see how that goes. So I'm going to turn this around so that I can show you the plants that are in there. And one of the reasons I came out so early is because I wanted to see how the heater was working, making sure it didn't get too hot, making sure that everybody's happy in there. It is a space heater with a thermostat and tip safety, so that if it gets moved at all with the wind blowing or whatever, it's got a safety feature on it. All right. Now, my husband and I put this together by ourselves without any fighting, yelling, or throwing any tools. So that is an accomplishment in and of itself. So I finished it by myself. We're gonna get together and see what's going on with the door, but honestly, that is the only thing it sticks down there in that corner. But you know what? If we can't figure that out and fix it, that's okay. The flooring, I'm going to get some different flooring. We've got to level it out a little bit more because when it rained the other day, we got some water in here, which was expected, but I'm going to close this door. And I'm doing a live because honestly, I just don't have time to edit videos. So I do a lot of TikTok because I can go live there. So if you want to look up my TikTok, there's a lot of planty things on there too. And I think my finger keeps covering the microphone, so sorry. So some plants that I got on my own were the powder puff. It's so cute. There's pictures on my TikTok of it. It makes a red bloom and it looks like a powder puff. It's really cute. This is a butterfly bush, which I'm gonna get a lot more of those this season to attract the butterflies and the bees because we need to take care of those for the environment. The next one here is a pencil plant. I've always wanted one because I think they're pretty interesting. And I wanted one and ended up with all of these. My aunt's friend had one that was, I don't know, 6 feet tall or so, and she had been cutting on it and gave me a real big one and or two. I can't remember how many she gave me, but all of these came from cuttings on there, and they grow very easily. They're not a lot of upkeep. If you're in my area, you know who I am, and you're in my area, and you want a cutting of a pencil plant, hit me up because they're pretty unique looking and don't require a lot of care. Another one that doesn't require a lot of care are the aloe. The funny thing is, my aloe has never been this big before. I've always had aloe that, look like this, again, because I don't have time to figure out, how to nurture them. And if it's going to grow kind of a thing. But lately, I've been paying more attention to them, how much water they're getting, things like that. And they're just getting huge. They're getting big. I don't know if you can see how big this one is. Set my coffee down. That's another thing. I'm going to be 300 pounds because I put chocolate and pumpkin spice in my coffee. And oh my gosh, it's like having chocolate milk every morning. I'm going to have to cut down on that and just go back to black. Anyway, I wanted to show you the size of this thing. And it's huge. And I love that it's so big. So proud of myself. And this one was sad looking, withered away because I didn't know how much water to give it. I thought it's a succulent and they can go without water a while. No, I started watering this thing and it was, I don't know, maybe 3 times as big as this one, but it was like not real thick. And now this one's thick and juicy because I figured out how much water to give it. So I'm figuring things out, y'all. Just figuring things out. This is a jade plant, another plant I've always wanted, and I got a cutting. I went to a plant swap and I got a cutting of a piece, and now it's grown into all these other little babies, and I have actually another cutting of it in the house. Elephant ears, always wanted elephant ears, so I started these from a bulb that I got at a swap, and I've been keeping it on the porch, and I moved it in here because it's a little cold. I think I need to turn the thermostat up on the heater because it is chilly in here. I don't want it like tropical, but I do want it warm for these guys. More succulents, succulent types that I wanted. These are so fuzzy and furry. I love it. It's just, they're so unique. I think this one's called a panda or something, but a bear, teddy bear. I don't know, but they're fuzzy and they're just lovely. These are mosquito bits. I put them in the trays for obviously mosquitoes, but I also have been putting it in my potting mix for fungal gnats. and seems to be working. I just started it, so it's got a while. Monsteras, I've fallen in love with Monsteras. This one I rescued, um, and it's gotten this new leaf since the rescue. Oh yeah, she's cold. I need to turn the heat up. And then I've got this new shoot here. Here's the heater. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And then while I'm in here, I can monitor how high it gets. Look, it looks like it's a smiley face. Another wish list plant that I got from my aunt's friend. I want to say she told me it was a banana plant, but it's not. It's a bird of paradise. And as I was moving in, I pinched off one of the leaves, darn it. But this one has new growth. So I'm excited about that. That's some kind of pepper plant I got at a swap. I really don't know. I don't remember. Another bird of paradise. Actually, I think this is the one my aunt's friend gave me. This is one I rescued. So hopefully as spring comes around, it'll look a little better. I thought this was a banana plant, so it was out in the yard. It actually did really well. And then when I figured out what it was, I moved it out of the yard. A yucca that I got at a swap, and it was little tiny, and now it's getting bigger. I forget the name of this succulent, but it was a rescue off of the Lowe's shelf. It was looking pretty sad. It is fuzzy also. Love these fuzzy plants. And then it's got these little dimples. I forget the name of it, but I just love it. And then another piece of the yucca. Here's some sad looking lantana, but no worries. A week or so it will be beautiful. I don't know why, but I'm really lucky with growing lantana. So in the spring I'll have tons of lantana. I'll show you. If you look on my TikTok, you will see my lantana just grows crazy. This is Autumn Joy Sedum from my aunt's house. We got a lot of that. Hopefully in the spring, I'm going to have a little plant sale. So if you're interested in any of these, just contact me. I'm going to have a little spring pop-up. And let's see, under here, this is a table or a desk, a school desk that I just absolutely love because my father found all this ironwork in a field and he rebuilt it. He made all the wood and made it back into a desk. And so it's been all around my house. Here, there, and everywhere. And it's been in the shed for a while because I didn't really have a home for it. So now it's out here serving a wonderful purpose. Storage. And then down here is a nut. These are mother of thousands or mother of millions. I can't remember which. But I've got a couple of those that have just gone crazy. I got them as somebody swapped me, and they weren't any taller than my thumb. They were little tiny little sprigs. Here's some more lantana that looked like the other one a few days ago, and now it's perking up. These are a lot of succulents that I got rescued off the ground at Lowe's or wherever. You put their little leaves down in there and they grow those roots. That one actually probably needs to be planted. And then they make these cute little plants. I've got a ton of those that I've rooted. Rooting that there. And then a lot of Sansevieria, mother-in-law's tongue, that my aunt's friend gave me. And it's starting to have pups. And I've got, 3 more in the house that are making pups. And there's some more aloe. So that is the greenhouse. It's a 6x8 off of Amazon, and it was very easy to put together. And it's got this little window up here that I love. I can open that up for ventilation. But yeah, so it's a little nippy in here, and so I did turn the heater up, so I'll come back out later and make sure it's not too hot. Here's another rescue succulent that I got. But yeah, I just wanted to bring y'all out and give you a little look-see of the new greenhouse. I'll take you outside real quick, get my coffee, and show you the lantana. It just goes wild in my yard. We had one when we moved in. It was really big. It's not my husband's favorite. I don't know why, but he calls it the monster. And because it just grows crazy. Let me get this closed. There we go. Lots of pool things that need to be put away for the winter. This is some lantana, and I'll tell you, honestly, I pick it up out of the yard and stick it in these pots and it goes crazy. It smells like Lysol out here. Not Lysol, Pine Sol. Somebody must be cleaning. Some chocolate mint, regular mint, and some spider lilies that are trying to come up. My mint was dying and now it's just kind of going crazy. I don't know what I'd do differently. I keep losing my connection. I keep losing my connection. My internet. I'm gonna. All those berries will make other little plants. That's some kind of little hedge I rescued. Lantana back behind the girls there. Let me see if I can show you a sprig. I come out here and just what I call harvest little lantanas out of the yard. Those are the little ones I just pluck out of the yard and put them in the pot, and they grow like crazy. We're gonna have little pots of that put out in the pop-up spring sale if you're interested. Hardy, I tell